thanks for being here. That was a clip from the ESPN documentary. And first of all, I think it's what every parent should be, is what you're being right now, which is unconditionally loving your child and supporting your child in whoever they are. I mean, there are so many parents that are just, oh, you're not going the way I imagined or wanted you to be, and freak out, and you're so loving and supportive of Zaya, and what a special child she is.
Yes, she is. Thank you so much for that. First of all, me and my wife Gabrielle Union, we are proud. When I say proud, we are proud parents of a child in the LGBTQ plus community, and we're proud allies as well. And we take our roles and our responsibility as parents very seriously. So when our child comes home with a question, when our child comes home with an issue, when our child comes home with anything, it's our job as parents to listen to that, to give them the best information that we can, the best feedback that we can. And that doesn't change because sexuality is now involved in it. So once Zaya, 12-year-old, came home, and first Zion, everybody, I don't know if everyone knows, originally named Zion born as a boy, came home and said, hey, so I want to talk to you guys.
Not at all.
I think going forward, I'm ready to live my truth. And I want to be referenced as she and her. I would love for you guys to call me Zaya. And so internally, now it's our job to, one, go out and get information, to reach out to every relationship that we have. My wife reached out to everybody on the cast of Pose. And we're just trying to figure out as much information we can to make sure that we give our child the best opportunity to be, her best self.
Yeah, I mean, I would think that it's one thing. It's one thing to have this at home, but knowing that she's going to be out in the world because you're a public figure, and even if you weren't, she's going to school, and to want to be protective and to make sure she's safe, that must be a scary thing, because it's one thing for you to love her and your wife to love her, but you just want everyone to love her the same way.
Exactly. And once Zion came home and said, hey, you called me Zaya and I'm ready to take on this, I looked at it and said, you are a leader. You are a leader, and this is our opportunity to allow you to be a voice. Right now it's through us because she's 12 years old, but eventually it will be through her.
Right. Well, and Listen is an organization you're working with, and there's a lot of, if anybody else out there can relate to this and needs help, you can go to our website and we can direct you, because I'm sure there are a lot of people that just don't know what to do. So you're a great example.
Thank you.
I know that everybody is still grieving over the loss of Kobe and all the people that we lost.
Had to bring that shit up to soften everybody.
You must have a lot of memories of
we ain't worried about
of
Kobe right now.
And he was just
bullshit.
such a light, wasn't he?
Nah,
he was
fuck
just
that.
such a bright light.
These motherfuckers are evil,
I
bro.
think my favorite, we all have stories and moments of, our interactions with,
trying to fucking
Kobe,
blend
but I
this
think
shit together to
what's
take
special
advantage of
about
everybody's
him,
emotions
when
and
you
shit.
see so many guys
This is
in the
bullshit.
NBA with so many younger guys really tore up about this, because he was the first superstar that really embraced different
That ain't no
generations.
fucking family
really embraced
when you're eroding
and I
masculinity.
think from
It's
like
not a
2008 on, from the Olympics on, he really
you're not
put his
supporting
arms
your
around
children
us
that way.
as competitors. And the
Supporting
rest
your
of the world, you
children
saw him
is
being
guiding
more
and
involved
directing
in
them to
so
where
many
they're
different
supposed to be.
sports, not just basketball and soccer, obviously, with his daughter and women basketball. But he just started being a person that everybody can
the goal of a family is to be a supportive relationship to a community, because families are the building blocks of a community. And if families are allowing their children, their male children, to be little girls, then that's a disservice to the community. So this family is not a family. This family is a weapon of mass destruction, of psychological destruction and turmoil. That's not a family. A family is an organization of a man and a woman coming together, operating harmoniously to raise strong and healthy children into the adults that they're supposed to be. And those adults are the leaders of the future community. They determine the state of the community, and that community is the building blocks of the nation, and that nation determines the outcome of society. They're not a family. They're a fucking tool.
And reach out to and say, hey, Kobe,
This is a fucking agenda.
I'm going to miss that example
Yeah.
Not only just my friend, but that example that he was setting not only for me, but so many others.
Yeah. Yep. Well said. Um, he's a good guy. You're a good guy. You've got to see the documentary. It's called D. Wade, Life Unexpected. It airs Sunday, February 23rd at 9 on ESPN. We'll be right back.
I don't know our situation, but hey, this is how I motherfucking feel. And I'm just using her as a motherfucking, example. You're creaming over your own demise right now. This is not support. This is fucking autocorrect. The destruction of family. Without boys being guided into manhood, we suffer as a community from a lack of leadership. And you wonder why you're single and not in love. You know what I'm saying? This is facts, man. I spit straight facts. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. Calling a fucking boy a fucking daughter, this is bullshit. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. Lots of people are mad because they didn't have a dad like this. That nigga probably gay too. This is bullshit. This is fucking bullshit, bro. This is bullshit. The fuck is going on?
You know, today we're living in one of the most extraordinary times to be alive. The resources we have are extraordinary.
Sure in the fuck are.
Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union are learning so much from their 12-year-old child, Zaya. And by taking the opportunity to listen to their younger loved one, Wade and Union are setting an example for parents everywhere. As the retired NBA player shared during an interview on The Ellen DeGeneres Show in February 2020, Wade's daughter from a previous relationship, Zaya, has come out as a transgender girl. The 38-year-old is speaking out about Zaya's gender identity in support of his daughter's desire to live as her most authentic self. Wade isn't the only supportive parent Zaya has going for her. Posting a video of Zaya and Wade chatting about life in a golf cart, Union announced on Instagram, "Meet Zaya. She's compassionate, loving, whip-smart, and we are so proud of her. It's okay to listen to, love, and respect your children exactly as they are. Love and light, good people." Soon after, the internet was flooded with love and admiration for the famous family. But the outpouring of support also came along with some sadly not surprising instances of criticism and transphobia. In the wake of all the amplified attention on their family over his child's momentous announcement, Wade tweeted, "We don't claim to have all the answers, but we are committed to learning and loving and being good allies and better parents." In the Instagram video of Zaya and her dad having a heart-to-heart, the 12-year-old spoke about her decision to go public with her transition, emphasizing the importance of authenticity. She shared advice for others who are afraid of being judged.
Just be true to yourself, because, it's what's the point of being on this earth if you're going to try to be someone you're not? It's like you're not even living as yourself.
When Wade asked whether that stance still stands when others are being mean or hurtful, Zaya wisely responded,
"I know it can get tough, definitely. But I think you push through and you be the best you."
In a recent Good Morning America interview, Wade
Sound just like that bitch Gabrielle Union. Brainwashed like a motherfucker. Kids don't do nothing but imitate. You know what I'm saying? Yes, kids have their own mind, and yes, children are very intelligent. And yes, some souls are very old, but man, that's all his mother right there. That's a boy. That boy will never be a fucking woman. Transphobia. This is not fucking transphobia. This is what's righteous and what's fucking not. You know what I'm saying? This is fucking bullshit.
So, first of all, how the fuck do this bitch have any say-so in the sexuality of a child that's not hers? Okay? I wish a bitch would be influencing one of my kids to be gay outside of my motherfucking parental about. You take your bitch ass to some random white person's house and you go live under their roof. That's that ancient Greek shit. This is motherfucking Africa over here. Nigga, we man dingoes, nigga. We slang dingo. That's how easy it is. Now, if the footsteps of our ancestors is not imprinted enough for you to follow, then get the fuck out of my house. It's that simple. I'm not playing with nobody kids. And I'm damn sure not playing in his booty. And that's why he don't mind his son acting like that. See? The fuck wrong with you? And so, I want to play a video right now. Because I got some questions to ask Dwayne Wade. See? I want to know, do Dwayne Wade be letting Gabrielle Union playing his booty? And that's why he don't mind his son acting like that. See? And these are just questions. I'm allowed to ask questions. Questions. Now you might say, Pharaoh.
This just pisses me off, man. This just pisses me the fuck off, man. I'm telling you. This is bullshit. This is bullshit, man. This is bullshit.
Peace, Brother Polite, and I'm going to get straight to the point. For my good brother, Dwayne Wade, and his son, who he's identifying as his daughter. Let's start off with slavery. I know y'all don't like it, but let's start off where the black woman had to be subject to watching her man be abused because her man may have demonstrated some form of masculinity that may have come off as a threat. We know that on many occasions he was not murdered, but he was abused severely. And we know this served the purpose of her raising her children to be, more especially in the case her male children. We know that she had to be subject to watching her black man be abused so that when she raises her sons, they won't follow in the same footsteps as their father. Overly emotional, we get our cognitive abilities from the woman. As a black man, you wasn't endowed with that responsibility. That is a responsibility that women have been given. And no matter how much you say you feeling like a woman, you can feel like a woman all you want. You can feel like a little girl all you want. The reality is you're a male. You're a male that may want to cross-dress. You're a male that may like other males. You're a male that may want to dress like a woman, act like a woman, and still be in a relationship with males. But you're not a girl, and we just got to deal with the reality. You're not a female. We got to deal with the reality. So there's two things we need to consider. One, you need to be of appropriate age to make these decisions for yourself. Two, you need to be educated properly so you can see how you may have arrived at a certain conclusion and reconcile within yourself if this is exactly what you want, because you're still young. And if you don't know that the woman breastfeeds and she has colostrum fluid that raises the IQ of the child when she breastfeeds her child, it's made specifically for that child's shortcomings and advantages. And whatever's a shortcoming, the breast milk will aid in raising it to the level or above par. She gives or administers colostrum fluid, a yellow liquidy fluid that raises the IQ of the child, raises the digestive ability of the child, raises the social skills of the child. As a young black boy, you will never have those abilities. So it's disrespectful to usurp or undermine a woman as a man to say, oh, now I'm a female now. You have not been endowed with those responsibilities. The woman has. And it can make you cry right now. But the fact of the matter is, you're not a woman, you'll never be a woman, and let me tell you something, it's ultimately disrespectful because if we go through history, let's move from slavery and let's talk about women's rights. When the men of power had access to resources and were able to recognize that which makes women in general divine, they went out their way even to present day to suppress the women, to put her at a disadvantage. Women had to fight for the rights to vote. Women made all sorts of inventions during slavery, and she had to turn over her invention and give it to a white man so he can get the credit. So you got white men that's known for creating curling irons and shit. When it was women that created it, but she had to turn the copyright and everything over to the white man to get the credit. Because a woman's genius wasn't appreciated. A woman's ability to think or discern politically wasn't appreciated. So women's rights have been undermined by men. And if those women today saw this, they would say, oh, just like that, a man could become a woman? After women have been cheated against and suppressed because of their capabilities. Because when men found out who and what women were, they said, well, now we still going to call God a man. And we still going to make sure she can't vote. And we still going to make sure she don't get the credit for her inventions. And we still not going to... These are your forefathers and your foremothers. And the forefathers don't endeavor to be the foremothers, and the foremothers don't endeavor to be the forefathers. Does your young black male, Dwayne Wade, know enough about black men history to be proud that he's a man and to be proud that he's a black man at that? Can we ask him some questions to see if he can even consider why he's great the way he is? Because if he can't, tell us what makes the distinction amongst a black woman and a black man, what makes a black man great, and what makes black women great, and what makes women great in general, and what makes men great in general. If he doesn't even know enough about his anatomy, we need to stop. And this is why I'm calling this medical pedophilia.
Yo, so the thing is, family, like, this is absolutely fucking ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? And y'all motherfuckers are talking about diversity and shit and inclusion and all that. Well, include the motherfuckers in your diversity agenda. Include the motherfuckers that are outraged about this shit. Include the motherfuckers like me. Include the motherfuckers like Brother Polite. Include the motherfuckers like Young Pharaoh. Include the motherfuckers that's not with this in your diversity campaign to diversify. Because if y'all so much about diversity and openness, then you should be open to including us in the motherfucking conversation. The fact that we're not with this shit at all. This shit is evil. It's not a supportive family. It's a deterioration of the black family. Because it's a disservice to the black man. It's a disservice to the black woman. Women are only supporting Dwayne Wade because they want him. They desire him. They're attracted to him. Woman, it's especially with women that are not mature, which most women are not mature, even though they could be 40 and unmature. But with women that are not mature, they will simply just go along to get along. They will agree with the most masculine energy in the room. And the most masculine energy on the Ellen Show is Dwayne Wade. Because he's a man of high status and high authority and influence. That's what women want. So they'll just naturally agree. Oh, he talks so smooth. He speaks so eloquently. These bitches' vaginas are moist over this motherfucking shit. And this man is making one of the most fucked up decisions a man could possibly make. A black man could possibly make. By not raising his son to be a fucking man. He's devaluing himself. He's saying, no, son. You don't need to be a man because men are not important. Especially black men are not important. That's why you don't need to be one. You're better off being a black woman. That's the only reason why black men opt to become black women. That's the only reason why black males with dicks cross-dress and look like women. Because they feel like they're going to have a higher chance of survival as a black woman rather than being a man, a black man. We getting attacked from all angles. This is a 360-degree type warfare kind of shit. And there ain't no kind of way we can fight back, especially if black woman is with this shit. And you got other communities, you got the white community encouraging this shit. The white community is not impacted by this shit. The only benefit that the white community gets is they don't have to worry about the black community overpowering them one day or owning more equity and stocks and real estate and wealth than they have, because there's no alpha males to compete. Men compete, that's what men do. And it's against white supremacy to have black competition because we are genetically superior. And that's why they want to phase us out. Why is this getting promoted? Why isn't Brother Polite getting promoted or Young Pharaoh getting promoted? Why is this shit getting fucking promoted? You know what I'm saying? They're trying to kill our fucking men. And by you not fucking seeing that, as a black woman, you're contributing to the destruction of yourself. Because who's going to defend you when shit gets real? Who's going to protect you when shit gets real? Section 8? Government assistance? Crystal stairs? Get the fuck up out of here. Get the fuck up out of here. If you support this, you're supporting the destruction of your own race. And these people are rich and they're fucking comfortable. Most of you black bitches are fucking broke, stuck in a hood, not in love, can't get a man, can't find a man, unsatisfied, got vibrators in y'all bathroom mirrors. Y'all not in the same position as Gabrielle Union. You have different needs than Gabrielle Union. Maybe that bitch can get away with this shit because she's already made it. She's comfortable. She comfy. She played in the movie. I forgot the name of the movie, but it was a movie about like break-in or something like that, where her husband couldn't even defend the family. What do you think the fuck is going on? They're trying to fucking kill us. They're trying to murder us. And if black women are behind this shit, then black women are behind their own fucking demise. This shit is not okay. This shit is not okay. This shit is not okay. And especially those of you that got daughters, those men, those black men and those black women that got daughters, be very afraid. Because ain't nobody gonna be there to love your fucking daughter the way she needs to be loved and cared for. Be very fucking afraid. Supporting this bullshit. Supporting this bullshit. This is a motherfucking agenda. This ain't by mistake. This ain't on accident. This ain't no fucking conspiracy. This shit is real. And this is garbage. This is an insult. This is an insult to masculinity, black masculinity. And white people have no say. They can't say shit about this because they have different needs. We got different needs. We are not the fucking same. They didn't go through slavery like we went through slavery. They was doing the enslaving. Times are worse today than it was 40, 50, 100 years ago. At least 100 years ago, enemy borders were clearly defined. Now all this shit is mixed and motherfuckers are confused. And woman, feminine energy is designed to go along to get along. Feminine energy is designed to go against their own beliefs. For the